Last offseason, there was major turnover in the Minnesota Vikings cornerback room. Pun intended. There wasn't a lot of turnovers. No. But Xavier Rhodes, former All-Pro, Trey Waynes, former first-round pick, Mac Alexander, former Mackenzie Alexander, gone. Finito, just out the door. The Vikings spent first, third, and fifth round picks on Jeff Gladney, Cameron Dantzler, and Harrison Hand, respectively, to replenish those cornerback coffers. And the returns were okay. I mean, Dantzler and Gladney, Hand all have a bright future with the Vikings. And the Vikings do have significant needs elsewhere: defensive interior, offensive line, safety, etc. But if the Vikings do have an opportunity to freshen up and continue to add talent to that cornerback room, I mean, why the hell wouldn't they? In free agency or the draft. Plus, we know Zimmer always gets his cornerbacks. So looking at the Vikings' current cornerback room, Gladney, certainly took his lumps, first round pick, and now I get that everyone's like, well, it should have taken Winfield at 31, blah 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 blah. But trend in the right direction, got better week after week. Still needs a lot of polish, but learning the slot in a Zimmer defense, steep learning curve, and I think as a rookie he turned out pretty damn well, especially in an offseason with no OTAs, no mini camp, no preseason games, etc. Cameron Dantzler, third round pick coming out of Mississippi State, was the best rookie cornerback in a loaded 2020 class. Really respect that. 70.9 PFF grade, 2 picks. Fabulous. If he can add some weight and stay healthy, he missed time 3 separate times last year with injuries. Harrison Hand, 5th round pick, the pride of Temple, solid when he actually got a chance to be on the field. He should be out there more, 38 special. 1 pick, 2 passes broken up, and only 119 pass snaps. Chris Boyd, 2019 7th round pick out of Texas, should move to safety. Been saying that for a while. Also, never let him play on special teams. Mike Hughes, 2018 first round pick, been a bit of an injury bust. It's really unfortunate, but whatever he contributes to the cornerback room next year, I think is just found money. It really is just gravy. But I would like to see him back as a return specialist. Hopefully his health will allow him to. Dylan Mabin was a midseason pickup from the Raiders. Former Fordham Ram, didn't see action last year. Tay Hayes, former Dolphin, Appalachian State, was active for Week 17. Cordrea Tankersley, 2017 third-round pick from Clemson, got in at the tail end of last season. Give up a touchdown. But if his knee is finally good to go, towards ACL in 2018, been a long road to recovery. Does have that length that you covet on the outside. And then, of course, Chris Jones, exclusive rights free agent. He's going to be back, but he can't tackle. So, but like we said, you do feel pretty good about that room. It is young, it is raw, it does have a lot to prove, but the upside is certainly there, especially with Cameron Dantzler. But if the Vikings can add, say, a mid-level veteran to start opposite of Cameron in base, and then that would allow Gladney to work from the slot exclusively, that might be the way to go. Where you look at free agents like Quentin Dunbar of the Seahawks, or, of course, Patrick Peterson's always been the pipe dream. He's not going to be overly expensive, mainly because of age. Or if you're just trying to get the last possible drop out of Ronald Darby, or, hell, Xavier Rhodes back one time, or Mac one time, question mark? Even though I don't necessarily see a reunion going down. But I don't see them paying up for a top-tier free agent like Rick Sherman or William Jackson, etc. But if they can free up some cap and they throw a couple, $3, $4, $5 million at a veteran cornerback, I'm certainly down with that. Same thing with the draft, where if there is talent and it presents itself, go after it. Like if Farley or Surtain somehow make it to 14, seems pretty unlikely, but weird things happen on draft night. You'd have to consider it, especially given how much draft capital you have in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th rounds, multiple picks in all those rounds. You can afford to go BPA, and especially, can you imagine those two guys in this defense? Let's go. But also, if they go a different direction, you can certainly find value late day 2, early day 3, where you have cornerbacks like Eric Stokes of Georgia, or Shakur Brown of Michigan State, or Kelvin Joseph of Kentucky, or Ambry Thomas of Michigan. Go get you some. So like we said, I feel like the cornerback room is looking good, and worst case scenario, they don't add anyone significant in free agency or the draft, and you're rolling in with these young guys in year 2. I'm okay with that. I am. I understand it's a gamble, but I think they will certainly benefit from an improved pass rush to Danielle Hunter back, as well as actually adding some defensive interior pass rush. All of a sudden, this cornerback room looks amazing if some dudes can actually put a quarterback on their ass or get some heat on them. But don't turn down value if it is presented, either in free agency or the draft. Also, could you imagine say Patrick Surtain, probably the most likely of him and Farley to fall to 14. And then all of a sudden Zimmer's like, "Ooh, Ricky. Oh, Ricky, get on the Zoom. Let's talk about this." Plus, of course, a new defensive backs coach, Carl Scott, formerly cornerback coach at Alabama. He's got the 4-1-1 on Patrick Surtain. It's kismet. And then you have Surtain and Dantzler on the outside. Gladney working from the slot. Harrison Hand and Chris Boyd as reserves. Ooh, I like it. I like it, man. But your thoughts. Vikings cornerback room heading to 2021. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol. Production value.